There's this guy named
Chris Brown finally openly talked about the whole Rihanna situation with him.
Oh yeah, like
I watched that.
Joe
that
Rogan?
Was crazy.
did he feel like satisfactory, like reminiscing? Yeah,
no,
Joe Rogan.
It's actually kind of sad because it's a young man doing dumb shit, and then like the rest of his life is ruined from that. Even though, like, granted, I've been young.
Ruined?
I've been young, and
Bro, you've never
all been young.
popped bitches in the mouth and
but
bit
I've
them and stuff.
I've never done that. And like, he admits, he's like, I let my anger get a hold of me, and I did something stupid.
I don't blame that on age. I don't.
I blame that on somebody being stupid, young and dumb. I don't
blame
That's
that
it.
on someone being young.
No, just dumb, not young. Because we're
dumb,
all
but not
young.
young.
None of us have.
Because
None of us have beat a pop
granted, people
sensation
make
within an inch
mistakes.
of their lives. So
Well, he didn't beat her with his life. He hit her really badly, like a few times
beat
in
her
her face,
pretty
and then
fucking
puffed
good
her up.
and bit her.
And puffed
he
her up.
fucking bit her. Do you know how much of a
He
savage
bit her
you have
arm.
to
Yeah,
be?
he bit her fucking arm. That's crazy.
That is the most savage. You see, like the one part that I really like from the walking. Hold on, one second.
I don't agree. One second, because I saw it. I saw it. Right, I'm gonna say this. I absolutely do not agree with what he did. Right, you never put your hands on people ever. That is not what you do. ever. I never agree. But their situation, the way he explains it, of course, granted, he's explaining it because she'll probably give you a completely different story. But he's explaining it. It just seems like he just literally lost control of himself after being pushed by her so much that he attacked her. And it's just like, look, I understand being upset. She threw your Lambo keys out the car. She hit you a bunch of times. She grabbed your groin. She slapped the shit out of you. She was attacking you, clawing you up. Just get out the car and leave. Just get out the car and leave, Chris.
Yes, obviously.
Do not hit her. He slipped and he hit her, and the whole time he did that, he was just like reflecting on, like, I can't believe. Because at the moment you're mad, you're gonna be mad about shit, But
it's
the
a
moment
crazy hit,
Kingston.
Like, I don't know. Like, I understand.
I agree. Chris,
retaliation.
I agree. I'm not condoning it.
I want to say something. Like, if you're a guy, right, and a girl is, especially if it's different interpersonally. I love those videos, by the way, of like women on the street like slapping a guy, and then the guy just goes like, okay, we're adults. Are you ready? And then they just get thrown the fucking. I love that because that's instant karma. You shouldn't put your hands on someone unless you're ready to get your fucking shit rocked. Like, generally. But interpersonally, there's a level where it's like, dude, like, if you're getting hit by like your partner or something, I get a retaliation of some kind, but understand like when to walk away as well. Like, that hit is crazy. That Rihanna got. You know what I mean? Like, that's a crazy hit.
Punching
and biting too. It's like, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how you can really explain that away as like, oh, I was young.
No,
like,
it's
there's
bad.
a thing. There's a thing called, like, in wrestling and pro wrestling, it's called a receipt. Like, when you actually hurt somebody, you do something, then you give them a receipt. You do it back. You do something back to them. There's a guy, Braun Strowman, that accidentally kneed Brock Lesnar in the face. It was an accident. But Brock Lesnar gave him a receipt by punching him right in the face. And it's one of those things where it's like you're angry, but you're in control. It's like, I need to get you back. That is not getting back. That is just a type of rage that is, I can't explain it. I can't explain it away with youthfulness, because I never got that fucking angry. That's his personality. That is just, he probably still has that in him to be able to not only punch, but to bite somebody. That is so over the top. Like, what I was trying to say, remember when they're trying to paint, hold on. When they were trying to paint Rick Grimes as like a savage, like they made him bite that dude's throat because he was gonna like kill Carl or kill everybody. Like, there is that level of savagery is connected with biting. And it'll always be that way. So it's like, to me, I just can't find anything that sounds reasonable to fucking start gnawing at somebody. It just sounds so crazy. It's so crazy.
The way he paints the story is that he's very much so like, he's trying to drive. They're going back and forth because obviously he got a text from somebody on his phone. She got jealous about it. She
started to be texting,
tripping. She started tripping on him, right? Yelling at him, screaming at him. Started hitting him, attacking while he's driving. He's like, "Yo, I'm driving right now. Like, chill. I'm driving a car. I'm driving a sports car. We can die." And he gets mad and he puts his hands on her. Right? That's problem number one. Don't pull over. Just pull over. Like my grandma, and my grandpa, right? My granddad is one thing he was like, whenever you're gonna start arguing with a woman, instead of going and yelling at her or putting your hands on her, he just leave. Just walk out the house, go hang out with your boys, get a breather, get a beer, and calm yourself down. That is one of the lessons my grandpa told me. I refuse to do that. I always beat up Lily before I leave. Then I go get my beer. Then I go get my beer with my friends.
All right.
Hey,
the
man.
beer tastes better after you win a fight. It always
Your knuckles are a little bruised and stuff. You just feel good, like you worked for it. You worked for this.
Gotta thin your blood out.
A little bloody today. What happened, man? Lady got it. Lady, I gave her 1-4.
So look at this is so in this scenario. Let's say Chris Brown did this. He actually gets out the car and walks away. He's like, I'm getting out of the situation. Rihanna chases after him. At that point, I can't excuse the biting, but I can excuse what kind of happens afterwards. If she were to start chasing after him, I always say, and this is just me, because it's not about gender, it's about a power dynamic. Because I don't want to stomp out a small dude either. Someone that's so easily like, do you remember that Bagel guy, the Bagel Boss guy that went viral?
That was funny, but I was also sad.
Oh yeah.
Like that,
he's dead.
You know, you want to let.
That's not a lie. That's actually real. He died a while ago. Yeah, it's not a good place. But yeah. Anyway, that would have been an interesting fight. Bagel Boss guy versus Rihanna.
Fucking loser.
Bagel Boss versus Rihanna. That'll be a fight.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch it too.
I think Rihanna would beat his ass.
I think Rihanna would fucking crush him. Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
That's the thing too. That's the thing too to take into account, right? Where it's like Chris Brown's like 6'1", she's like 5'7". I don't know, man.
Yeah,
just comes across as like, look, if
you don't.
If I'm dating somebody who's 6'1" and they start beating me up, I'm swinging. Okay, like make no mistake. All right, I'm in. That's a Black Widow situation for me. But I don't know. It just seems weird to me that Chris Brown would go on a podcast to talk about it so late after the fact.
Well, I mean, there's definitely you definitely have to deal with shit like that. You know, like that ruined his life
for a while.
No, I mean, he ruined his life. He was the number one artist on the planet at that time, bro. He was like meteoric at that time.
That didn't ruin his life.
He would also be right back on top if he was releasing some fucking bangers. He's just not.
I mean, he released when he got out. I'm not gonna lie. That album he released when he got out it's a good album.
You guys love the worst. You love the worst people.
It was a good album, bro.
O.J. Simpson, Chris Brown, all these
argue me all you want. That
O.J.
was
Simpson
a good album.